Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. Port Hueneme. Yes, it's one of the few Seabee bases in the country, but there's so much to do there for the whole family. Joining us on Local Edition is a walking encyclopedia for Port Hueneme because she was born and raised in the Oxnard area.
Yes.
City Councilwoman Sylvia Munoz-Schnopp. So good to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Yes, we do think of Port Hueneme. First of all, let's just, surmise how many people mispronounce that.
It's a little difficult word to pronounce, but it's pronounced like it has a W-Y at the beginning, Hueneme.
It's an Indian name.
Yes, a Chumash name that means resting place.
And so you came to rest here, and so have many others. The
Yes.
military brought them here, but there's more than just the military base.
Exactly. There's so many things for families to do in Port Hueneme. We have a beautiful fishing pier and Hueneme Beach Park that's right at the beach. Many surfers come alongside, but we also have a wonderful promenade where people can actually walk from the beach all the way down to the Point Hueneme Lighthouse.
Now, this is a military facility, so do they need a pass or anything to get into these areas?
On the promenade, they don't. They can actually park. It's free parking for an hour on some of the side streets by the beach. And so it's a half mile down to the lighthouse and back. It's a nice little walk, but you're right there by the ocean. And then you get to see the lighthouse that has an old Fresnel light that was built in the 1800s.
Not many of those around anymore.
Not many,
Sylvia.
right.
What about the Seabee Museum?
Yes, that's something new. On base, it used to be on base and you had to have a guest pass, but now it's on Ventura Road, and so people can actually come and park there, and it's free admission. And it talks about the history of the Seabees, known as Construction Battalion Group for the military.
That's what Seabee stands
Yes,
for,
it's
Construction Battalion Group.
Yes.
And these guys were implemented during World War II.
Exactly. When we were bombed at Pearl Harbor, contractors were used to build quite a bit of the facilities there, but when Pearl Harbor happened, the military turned to the contractors and asked them to become part of the military. So the Seabees are those that not only fight, but they build, and that's the important part of this piece of military. We have one of two bases in the United States here in Port Hueneme.
The other one's in
Gulfport, Mississippi.
Gulfport, Mississippi.
Right.
So it's a population that kind of comes and goes, right? Because
Correct.
people get different assignments.
There's different battalions, and some go away for about 6 months and others come back, and so they're shipped all over the world. I think they go to Spain and the Middle East, as well as just some other points all over the world.
And Port Hueneme has a big economic impact on the Oxnard-Ventura area.
It sure does. So not only just enjoying our beach and the fishing pier that we have in the museum and the lighthouse, Port Hueneme also has Naval Base Ventura County, the Port Hueneme base at Hueneme, as well as then the Oxnard Harbor District, and it's a deep water port that imports and exports quite a bit for our region.
So vital to the economy here.
Absolutely.
So many jobs depend on the military, even if you're not in the military.
Correct, because there's quite a bit of defense contractors out there, whether they're engineers and or other kinds of services that the military does need.
Well, in addition to being a city councilwoman, you're a historian, and you've actually written a few books on the history of this area.
Well, I've read a few books, but I've written a book about my family's true story. But certainly some of the things going on in Ventura County, as many of the cities, names actually start from a Chumash name. So like Hueneme means resting place.
And Satakoy, and the list goes on and on.
Exactly.
Satakoy is another one.
Exactly.
Piru. Sylvia Munoz-Schnopp, thank you
Yes.
so much for joining
Thank
here
you.
on Local Edition. We thank you as well. See you next time. I'm Bella Shaw.